Hey, yo, YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the Jonathan Hassinger channel. I, of course, am your host, John Hassinger, for this top 10 movies I saw in a theater of 2023. Oh, and this is based, I actually tried to do some math here and base it somewhat measurable statistics, to determine why I put these movies in the order that I give them to you. And I based it on my experience watching it, my immediate reaction after the movie was over, and then the lasting effect it had on me. Like, did I keep thinking about the movie after I saw it? And for how long? Coming in at number 10, The Flash. The only reason The Flash is at number 10 and not higher is because the lasting effect. I know we're not going to get any more of this story. The story's done. These characters are over. And other than that, the experience watching it, 10 out of 10. My reaction after it was like a 9 out of 10 because I was confused. I was like, why did I like it so much? And everyone was making fun of it. And I loved it. So, Flash, number 10. Number 9, The Creator. Watching this movie was a 10 out of 10. I love futuristic AI, Terminator kind of stuff. John David Washington was great. It didn't leave much of a lasting impression. I don't really remember much. I started rewatching it the other day and I was like, no, I don't remember this stuff at all. Number 8, Barbie. My experience watching Barbie was one of, how are they going to do this? How are they going to make a 2-hour story about a character who has no enemy? There's no antagonist in Barbie, right? There's no bad guy. So I'm like, how are they going to do it? And then once her and Ken leave Barbie Land and they kind of reveal what the plot is, I thought it was so clever and I just loved it from that point on. After the first 20 minutes, I loved it. I thought it was really, really well done and it deserved to be the top movie of the year. Number 7, Asteroid City. Wes Anderson is a director whose movies I've never given a chance. I think I tried watching French Dispatch and was enjoying it, but had to stop and never finished. Asteroid City, I'm now going to have to find all of his movies, watch them all, because the way he made Asteroid City, it just made me want to make movies. It's a movie that inspires me to want to make movies or just create. He's a creative inspiration, that Wes. And I loved all the stars in it and all the weird, fourth wall breaking. I loved it. Coming in at number 6, The Holdovers. Paul Giamatti and newcomer Dominic Sessa take you on a journey of two people who don't want to be together, but they're stuck. If you've listened to anything I've ever done, my favorite television show of all time, Lost. I loved it because they're in one place, and that one place, the place evolves within the show. I love when movies and TV shows do that. But I also just love what you get out of the characters. There's only so much action that can happen when they're isolated, so they're forced to develop. I just loved watching these two completely opposite human beings survive in what's normally such a fun, joyous time of year, Christmas. And it was like a 2-week detention for both of them. Coming in at number 5, Killers of the Flower Moon. Martin Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Robert De Niro do exactly what we've all just kind of come to expect, spoiledly enough, from them, and just knock it out of the park. And they do. But Lily Gladstone, without a doubt, commands the screen with these titans, kind of just steals the whole movie. If you want to talk about the part of the movie that just pains you and just hits your soul the most, it's hers. She's amazing. She has to win an Oscar. I would be really shocked if she doesn't. Coming in at number 4. Talk to me. One of the scariest but most creative horror movies I've ever watched since Saw. One of those movies that kind of shifts the genre, we can do that. And the ending that I feel like maybe I should have seen coming, but I did not. And I just don't remember a movie ending like that, where the whole theater went, oh, I just loved it. And the cast was so believable. They were great performances by everyone. So believable. 5 people walked out. A mother and daughter, an older couple, and a woman just by herself. And they ran out at parts of the movie where I was like, oh no, I can't believe this part isn't done. So, wonderful experience. Coming into number 3, Volume 3, Guardians of the Galaxy. I could do a whole video on the place the Guardians of the Galaxy movies have in my heart. And just the fact that the movie everyone expected to be the MCU's first flop ended up being, in 2023, one of their only bright spots, one of their only profitable movies. So it's really cool, and it's a shame that James Gunn is leaving the Guardians, but I don't care because he's going to DC. And as much as I love his Guardians of the Galaxy, I can't wait to see what he does with the most iconic fictional characters of the last 100 years. I can't wait to see what he does. All right, number 2, my experience, my reaction, and the lasting effect and my craving to watch this movie again is the reason why I have it at a 9.9 out of 10, right at the top. Number 2, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. How every Spider-Man character or Spider-Woman character from a different universe is drawn, is animated differently. It's like they would take, like Spider-Punk, what they do with Spider-Punk was just some of the most creative, inspiring, eye porn that I've ever seen, with this amazing underlying story, such a confusing love story for, I think, both characters that are in the love story and the audience, and maybe even the writers writing it. Gwen's just draw to Miles causes all of his problems, but it's not like she loves him like that. But I think he does. It's just, I think this is why Oppenheimer is my number 1, because it not only is live action and human beings, but it's an event that actually happened. It's about like a moment in humanity that is unmatched. So I think that fact, where it's like this I think it's like not a dissection by Christopher Nolan, but kind of a highlighting of the fact that the most evil man in the world was trying to eliminate a race of people, the Jewish people. So the smartest Jewish people in the world got together and just figured out this, if this thing was even possible. That's all they really were looking for. But then these people in a more powerful position came in and took their discovery and used it to destroy this evil man. So it was just, it reminded me of so many things where the scientist is just trying to discover if something is a reality, and then as soon as they do, the people of higher authority take it and use it for destruction. And it's like, before they're even able to wrap their head around the reality of what they've discovered, the changes it can have on humanity, humanity's already used it for its worst possible purpose. So it just blew my mind. And on top of all of that, the performance by Cillian Murphy is so Oscar worthy. It rivals anything. It's so, he hits the voice of J. Robert Oppenheimer perfectly. Robert Downey Jr. is tremendous. It's so great to see him just being Robert Downey Jr., disappearing into a role after so many years as the great Iron Man. All the little short cameos were fun. Matt Damon was incredible, and him and Robert Downey Jr. are going to duke it out for Best Supporting Actor if DiCaprio doesn't win it over De Niro. I don't even know what DiCaprio, I guess he's the lead, so De Niro might get it for Killers of the Flower Moon. I'm just rambling now, but anyway, Oppenheimer was it just walloped me. And Nolan is, visually the best. I love everything he makes. And the audio was fine. I could hear everything, unlike Tenet. A whole bunch of runners-up or honorable mentions. The Taylor Swift Eras Tour, Knock at the Cabin, John Wick 4, The Pope's Exorcist, Cocaine Bear, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Plane, Scream 6, and Megan. If you guys saw any of these movies, let me know what you think. And if I swayed you to go see something that you weren't going to see before, let me know what it was. For daily trailer reactions, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next week. I gotta go.